Hello everyone, we're talking about SummaryRecalc today, one of the amazing tools from wsTOOLS. Right now, if you take a look at my screen, you're seeing that I have just a simple PowerPoint up that talks about our SummaryRecalc, how it makes sure that your reports and SmartLists are always correct for both receivables and purchasing, no matter when your team is closing. So when you think about January fast approaching, looking at what we have to do to be ready to process new invoices, post new payables checks, SummaryRecalc takes all that worry out of it. So let's take a look at it in the actual product. So here we are looking at our customer summary screen. And right now my year to date is sitting here and my last year is sitting here. Absolutely perfect. Well, I'm going to go ahead and run my close like I normally would. And you know, when I'm closing, it's easy to close twice. It's easy to forget to close. So really being able to make sure that your SummaryRecalc just part of your main toolkit that you use every year end. So I'm going to go ahead and tell it to process, and I won't print my report. So now if you notice on my screen, what you're going to see is my summary screen has now moved from this year to last year, okay? And it may not be correct depending upon what I actually did from year to date to last year. When we closed, did somebody accidentally close twice? You know, there's so many factors that go into making this data correct. And with SmartLists being so easily accessible for data, we want to make sure all that data is perfect. So if you take a look, my year to date now, when I close, all it does is moves the values from year to date over to last year. So if I closed a week or 2 weeks, 2 months past when I actually should be, every invoice that I'm doing current is going into year to date, regardless of the date. Well, let's go ahead, let's run SummaryRecalc, and let's take a look at how that. And if you notice here on my utilities, under my sales, it is at the bottom of my screen. I have it for both receivables and payables, so it works exactly the same way on both. And if you notice, I can tell it to recalculate for 17, calendar or fiscal. And just like that, it's recalculated that number. Same thing for last year. I can go from 16 and I can tell it to process. And again, my data is going to be perfect. If you're doing a different fiscal year for both, you could go ahead and do that as well and change your fiscal year settings, okay? And for those of you that accidentally push everything to life to date or are worried that something maybe is missing in your life to date numbers, you also have a life to date to recalc as well. This is a tool that we were running for a lot of our customers because the summary information that was coming out of SmartLists was so incorrect that they could not risk having incorrect information available for their end users. So now if you take a look, when I'm bringing up my customer summary screen again, what you're seeing is now my values are exactly as they should be. Current year is now correct for the number of invoices and the dollar amounts. The same thing with last year. And life to date has been corrected as well. So those of you that have accidentally closed twice, have forgotten to close, this takes all the headache, hassle, and the worry out of it. You notice that was a simple tool to run, can be ran many times. So as you're finding those, oh, that should have been in last year, let's repost, we've already closed, no worry. So really, remember, when it comes to payables and trying to figure out how can I cut checks when I haven't closed yet, or receivables, I want to start posting, you know, my January invoices right away. SummaryRecalc is a good help at year end.